Don't go dead.
Yes. Hello, everybody. It is good to see you here in the workshop of Woods Fun Round. I'm Doug, and I've got a couple of friends with me today. Um, may have heard us chuckling as we came on. I'd said, it's time to go live, and Ruby said, yes, let's not go dead. Yeah, we don't want to go dead. Um, put you guys back in the background again for a
Good
minute. I'm going to
idea.
share with them a couple of things. One, we're going to start off with this cube of sort of a cube of black walnut. Some more of what we call weed wood around here, simply because the farmers can't stand it. I have nipped off just this one corner. You can almost see it there. Yeah, cut that one corner off so it can be held by the live center. I wanted to show you just a couple of things. I had a good time up at Hartville this last weekend, and so Hartville Hardware, nice big company, but they had several of us, said about 20 of us in just to demonstrate our wares. I was there working with Easy Wood Tools, was able to do a nice little bird's mouth hackberry. Took me a second, I forgot what it was. It did have bark all the way around the rim, but the bark fell off. Had a nice little chunk of walnut that we did
Oh, I
a
like
nice
that.
hollow form.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Had
that hackberry is a really nice wood to turn.
It is, it is. Um, this was sycamore. Some of that sycamore I'd cut down for my son. It had cracked a little bit, so I've got a little chip out of the rim, and there's some couple of major cracks running through that. Um, just to show pine's not a worthless wood. Nice little pine plate, little small plate. Still has the nub of the tenon left on it. I was not able to chuck it to take that off. And then we turned a nice little camphor bowl. I told Ernie. Oh, by the way, Ernie Conover was standing to my left,
Oh, excellent.
turning on a Cornet Herald, where I was turning on a Cornet Envoy. Um, the guy from Sorby somehow got the Laguna, but I was well pleased with the Envoy, and Ernie was well pleased with the Herald. So anyway, turned this very pretty piece of wood. It's got dust in it. Um, love the colors in that camphor, and even though
Because
that's
Ernie
been
Ernie used to do his own lathes with a
yes,
hardwood bed.
yes,
Yes.
yes, and lots of Conover lathes are still out there, and still considered very good quality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun. Um, he was well impressed with that Herald. He and I had a lot of discussion about it. But anyway, beautiful piece of wood in that camphor, and so I had a blast. That's all demonstration stuff. Ah, so anyway, let me put all that back away, and then the last thing I turned, I took that little walnut piece came in from a cube just like this. I took another one. I had 6 or 7 of these. Um, I took one and turned that piece, and I took one of these for the last piece I did, and I did put it on the bias. I looked over at Ernie and I held up that cube and I said, Ernie, let's do something a little different. And I put it on the bias. He thought I was a little nuts to start with, but the further I went with it, the more he thought I was nuts. You're probably going to think I'm nuts too. And on my left hand there, you can see the remnants of where one of those corners bit me up there in Hartville or Middlefield, wherever that was I was at. Hartville, excuse me, Hartville Hardware. I was in the new location in Middlefield, Ohio. Anyway, yeah, one of the corners bit me at one point. Um, anyway, we're going to get started. And as I get all this set up, what I'm going to do is that flat is going to go against my live center, or my live center will go against it. The opposite corner, so it's on the bias, will go in the center of my chuck, just till we can get a chuck or uh-huh, one of those flats things, a tenon on the other side. So,
Now, what are the measurements of the sides of that?
good question.
Looks to be 4x4,
Yeah.
maybe
Thereabouts.
3x3.
It's 3 and a 16th, or excuse me, 4 and a 16th,
Okay,
one direction, 4 and a quarter the other direction. So it's not exactly a cube, but it's
close.
just for hoping it's close enough. So one of y'all wants to read off who's in the chat, that'll be a great thing.
Go on then, Ruby.
All right, if you insist.
You've been out of the country.
Well, that's true too. Okay, so first in was Michael McEwen, Lawrence Aldridge, Paul Hunter. Let's see. Dale from Old Man River. Small Woodlot, which is Pat, I believe. Roger Wallum, Malcolm Douglas, Doug Bennett, Zed, the Zombie Wood Turner, Todd at Glen Cove. Let's see. That's your easy wood tool you're using?
This is my easy wood rougher. This one happens to be the R2 square one. So it's a 2-inch radius.
Okay, Mike from Dances with Aardvarks. He's been doing some great stuff. I hope you've checked out his YouTube.
He has. I don't know where he gets these ideas from.
He's my kind of man.
Stuff out of my nightmares, I'm telling you. By the way, let me say, as we take a little break here, what we normally do with this, we end up with a 3-cornered bowl, kind of a trumpet shape with 3 corners. We're not going to do that today. This is intentionally something very different from that.
Okay, Anthony Green has joined us. Bert Spoles. Let's see, still going down my list. Lucy has joined us. Hi, Luce.
Did you get Norman Greenwell?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Sheila White has joined us. Hi, Sheila. I'll see you in a few weeks at the Hamilton show. Let's see. Yeah, we did get Roger Kent. Thomas Kenny. Hi, Tom. Spun by Green Jeans. Rob from Copper Owl. And that's the bottom of my list.
Yeah, that's the bottom of my list as well.
If I missed you for any reason, I apologize. And I just want everyone to know you're all very welcome.
Absolutely.
And good evening, everyone, from me.
And sorry, but I've already lost my Irish accent.
Working this tenon down so that it's the right size. I'm right there.
And Zed has very nicely put in the link for his premiere today. Thanks, Zed.
Good. Thank you, Zed.
He said he was able to save the fractured Ceanothus burl. So that should be interesting to watch. And Enchanted Wood Designs has joined.
I'm sorry, I meant to bring that in closer so y'all can see what I'm doing. Just working on getting the tenon so we can turn this around. A little more solid. Solid grip.
Sheila says she won't be at the Hamilton show. She's got a 3-day Christmas market the same weekend. So I guess I won't see you this year, Sheila, since the Toronto show's been canceled. Although there will be a show in Leamington at the Home Hardware in February, the weekend of the Super Bowl.
All right. We got a tenon started here. Let's see, I wanted to shape that just a little bit using the detailer. Now these,
Maybe the, oh, okay. I was thinking maybe the overhead might be a better view. And Zed says that your turn today is venturing into the Dances with Aardvark territory.
kind of, sorta. I thought of that the other day.
Yeah, I guess that view really didn't show that much.
Didn't help much, did it?
No.
It's it's all down here instead of on the chuck side. But we're getting ready to flip it around here momentarily.
And Paul, I did have a great time in North Ireland. Saw a lot of people, saw some excellent demonstrations, and the scenery was great. I just wish the sun had come out more. We had rain and rainbows every single day. So it rained for a while and then the sun would come out. Now I hope you folks are watching where Doug's cutting right now with the finisher in the center. And if you look at the top edge, you can see the profile of what he's got, what he's producing.
Right. You see where my tool is, and I'm actually watching over here.
Yep.
Just to answer Mike, he said, what's happening in Leamington? It's easy for me to get there. I think we're talking about Leamington in Canada, Mike.
Leamington in Canada, sorry. Oh, Mike, don't tell them my suitcase is full of gold. I've already got most of it spent on tools.
Oh, me.
And yes, over in England, that way they did change time zones.
That was starting
Ours,
already. So.
our time zone changes November 2nd.
Yep. We checked that out a while ago, didn't we, Ruby?
Yep.
Just to confirm and make sure we were all right and on the same page.
Yep. It's too bad you don't have a large black paper to put underneath, because then the shadow line would be a little more visible.
Might be. And I think I've got a solution for that even. It was funny when I was there at the store, there were some Amish boys watching me. And if one of them was standing kind of in front of me, I had a plexiglass shield out in front, so they couldn't get too close and they were protected. But if one of them was standing right in front of me and I could get their dark blue pants right out there, so that they were, in my vision, I could see my corners really, really well.
That's when the audience helps you.
Yes.
And Mike, you from Ilminster's just come in.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike. And Mike Sims says that November 7th, they're opening the range outlet 5 minutes from him. That'll save them a lot of time and cost them a lot. Yeah, the range carries a particular brand of paint that I can't get over here. It's not expensive, but it'll cost an arm and a leg to send it, I'm sure. So next time I'm over, I'll have to pick some up.
This is a neat line running through here, and it'll eventually go all the way around, but then it's going to disappear. But
Now,
anyway,
Paul,
that helps.
Paul says that if you're turning what he thinks you are, there's a German turner who turns miniature versions, and they are spectacular.
Okay. Well, you'll have to tell me if this turns out like what you're thinking it's going to be.
That blue you put in the back makes it easy to see.
Yeah, that's a camera thing. It's not really blue. Kind of a slate gray.
I like the blue.
The blue looks good on the camera. Sure does.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Wayne, this is the camera that was so green.
Yeah, well, it's a hell of a lot better this week.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, I did make some adjustments. And my face camera has gone out, so
That's a
Well,
bonus.
one thing I did get to do while I was in Ireland was tour a coal mine. And I didn't realize how narrow those seams of coal were. They were only like 1.5 feet wide. And yet they would make a 2 foot tunnel and dig their way in. And so those guys were lying on their side pretty well all day working their shift digging that coal out. It was quite interesting to see and the one chap that gave us the tour worked in that mine since he was about 6.
oh my goodness.
And he's got to be close to 80 now. It was quite interesting.
Yeah, see, now that trail goes all the way around. I want to keep going and pretty well eliminate. I still got a little flat underneath that corner there. The rest of them, well, a little one there, opposite. So, yeah, we weren't exactly straight, but we're going to straighten it up here.
I haven't turned one of these in a long time. It was before they came out with the carbide tools, and cutting in with that's a lot easier than doing it with a regular gouge.
Mm-hmm.
And Heather's come in and she's asking if I've been down the big nickel mine in Sudbury. And I have been. I was born and raised in Sudbury. And I think as a kid, we spent a lot of time going through the slag heaps to see if we could find some pyrite, which is fake gold. Down here where I'm living, we have the big salt mines. And apparently our salt mine, that seam goes from here all the way clear down to New York.
All right, that's not looking too bad. Still got a
That
little
really gives
flat.
it an interesting twist to it.
Yeah, that's the nature of the geometry.
I was thinking if you even stopped and left that twist on, you could come in on the top and hollow it and come up with something neat there.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 of those. And the third one is almost there. I may just got it right there.
Well, when I was a kid, I was fascinated with rocks, and I had a pretty good mineral collection, which I donated to some of the schools when I quit teaching.
I'm also I'm also watching that shadow line on the top edge toward the center. Make sure I get it nice and smooth all the way through. Nice continual curve.
Yeah, it looks like it has a little bit of a flat to it.
Well, it's yeah, it gets shallower right in the center, but we're not done just yet.
Mike says he'd like to visit the salt mine where the workers carved a cathedral into the salt. He thinks it's in Poland, but he's not certain. And Heather says she's so darn tired today. She only slept about 5 hours and now she's at work. Well, we're glad you still joined us, Heather. Yeah, it is fun being a rock hound. And Paul says that Axminster posted a concentrating on their online presence in their flagship store in Axminster, Devon.
We'll crank the speed up just a touch, and I've still got this one corner here. It's got a little square area on it.
And Lucy, the Sudbury that Heather's referring to is north of Toronto, about 400 miles. And Chris Charlton's joined us. Hi, Chris.
Oh, excuse me. Hi, Chris. It's still there. Not a problem. Not a problem.
And Karsten Peterson has joined us. Hi, Karsten.
Hey, Karsten.
And Gav Sedai has joined us.
Gav.
The salt mine that Mike was talking about is in Poland, and I'll try and pronounce this, and it's the Wieliczce salt mine.
Okay. And
it looks like it's a full inside of a cathedral carved.
Yeah. Great. Ronald Todd has joined us. Hi, Ron.
Hey, Ron. Now, for design purposes, I don't want to leave all this from the point of the high spot here to the bottom. I don't want to leave all that. I want to come in and make that kind of round. And that's a personal choice.
Mm-hmm. I think I agree with that choice. Heather says that Sudbury's only a 3-hour drive from her.
And I can also tell you that carbide is starting to get dull. So we'll switch over to the number 1 hollower. Still a round one, it's just a smaller one.
Hey, and JP's joined us. Hi, Jay.
Evening, Jamie.
He heard Easy Wood Tool was being used.
He did he? Well, one tool I did buy when I was in Ireland was a carbide from Simon Hope that has a cup cutter on the end.
Okay.
And those little tiny cup cutters are really great for hollowing.
Yeah, they eat wood.
Yeah, they garble it.
Yeah. All right, I think.
Yeah,
feels like I'm round around there.
I've got the Simon Hope hollowing system. Both with the laser and with the camera.
All right.
This is where you need to exercise a little caution with your corners.
I will, in fact. Got to stay on my side of the tool rest for sure. I think when I cut myself the other day, it was when it was slowing down, I'd shut it off, and I think I reached up somehow, and it bit me.
Yeah, because the record power lathes do take quite a while to slow down.
Oh, yeah, my. But that's an advantage. If you're turning something really thin like a trombleur or a real thin finial, you don't want it starting and stopping fast. Otherwise, the torque can cause the wood to snap.
Right. Same thing if you're doing something heavy. You don't want it to stop fast.
Yeah, because it might take the chuck off the lathe as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know that.
Exactly. Let's see. I can speed this process up a little bit.
And Heather suggests if you put some colored tape on the corners, it'll help you see them. Jamie just said he turned on Ammer 4.
Go on, ask the question, Ruby.
All right, what's Ammer 4?
There you go, knocking nails in.
Okay.
Yeah.
We would pronounce it hammer.
Jamie and I were on the same page.
Ah. It's your sense of humor, I'm telling you.
The other thing you could do again on this is that if you have your tool rest parallel to the angle of the wood, you can actually mark on the tool rest where the edge is, so you don't put your finger anywhere inside of that.
All good suggestions. All excellent suggestions. And when you're doing like a 3-corner bowl, it's even more appropriate to do that. It would be appropriate for this as well. But I'm having to move the tool rest too many times. There we go.
Ron wants to know if this is a Duxbury type turning.
Not exactly. Jim would take a normal round blank and do this with have some jigs and do this. He'd blow everybody's mind away.
Kind of like Mike does.
Yes. Yeah, he and Mike kind of think alike sometimes. Jim Duxbury is amazing. His jigs. He comes up with jigs to do stuff you never think was possible. Well, so does Mike.
Yeah. Well, back when a lot of us first started turning, we didn't have commercial jigs, so we made a lot of our own.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like the way that's going to turn out with the twist on the side.
So we need to change cameras, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
See me pull my hand back there?
Yeah.
I just happened to realize how close I was getting.
And Mike wants to know if this style of bowl has a name.
I don't know.
Mike? I think it's just a bowl from a cube.
Bowl from a cube
there's various designs you can do.
And Ron says that Jim's mind works very differently than most people, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I agree. I tend to think a lot along the same lines as Mike and Jim. And Jamie says it's called a rando.
I'm sorry, called a who?
A rando.
I don't know what that means.
Jamie, you sure you're awake yet?
Oh,
He said,
one person I did get to meet in Ireland that I really enjoyed was Ronald Kane from
There you go.
from the Netherlands.
yep,
And he dragged me over to get a picture with him beside this huge poster where we're both, that announces we're both demonstrating in England next October. He's a fun guy. If you haven't seen any of his turning, go to his YouTube channel.
oh yeah, I've seen quite a few.
He's another very inventive turner.
Yeah, especially that beast of a coring machine he's got.
Well, a mutual friend of his and mine, Jan Hovens, designed it.
All right.
And it was Jan Hovens who designed the off-center chuck that I use for turning the oval boxes. Unfortunately, he doesn't make them anymore, or I'd like to get one. And Karsten says Ronald is really cool. He did a demo in Denmark over the summer. Yeah, he was a fun fellow.
Now, I'm going to use my digital calipers to check on this, but I'm going to turn the lathe off first.
Good
Unlike my
idea.
normally, I just leave it running and just check, and I got plenty of. I've got that much more to hollow out. We are up at well, let's go ahead and speed up. I'm at 1420 right now. There's 2820.
Have you checked your depth?
That's what I was just doing. I've got 3/4 of an inch to go.
Yeah, because you don't want to go around that spiral bit, or through that spiral bit, I should say.
Might be a little exciting.
It might be.
I've got my face shield on. Do you, Wayne?
No, I'm just hiding behind the couch.
No, okay.
Oh, you got
I knew why you're hiding back there. It's because your puppy dogs are likely there. Well, another side trip we did while I was in Ireland was to go over the Aran Islands. And I treated myself to a nice new wool sweater.
Oh, nice.
And it just I had them ship it back because William Kenny left me with a lot of yew and laburnum to bring back. So I
There you
didn't have
go.
room in my suitcase for the sweater. So it just arrived today as well.
You should have just worn it.
Didn't have room for what I'd have to take off.
All right, okay. And Lucy said that she is lucky enough to be up behind a cushion. And Jamie said to Lucy, you could hide behind a tea bag.
I'll tell you what, my Nova sure stops a lot faster than that. Excuse me. Golly. I've had this cough all morning. I don't know what's going on. I got still got loads of room.
Well, it's that season for allergies too. Well, the three guys I was traveling with all had colds, so I managed to collect one of theirs.
Oh, nice.
Although I think I'm pretty much over it now.
Stop. I'm going to pull this out and shake it off. So there we go. That's a little better.
And Paul says, Doug, that is looking great. And I agree with him.
Yeah,
Thanks,
me
guys.
too.
Thanks, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm checking my depth, but it's almost an arbitrary thing. But I think we're almost there. I want to take a little more out of the very center. Make sure we're not hitting anywhere.
Mm, just make sure your hand's on this side of the rest.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I like this image of a ball.
I'm sorry.
I like this image of a ball.
It's a little different, isn't it?
Yes.
Cleaning up some tool
And
marks that I can see. I'll go with the larger full-size
Andy's
finisher.
in. Andy, the Valley Wood Turner, has just come in. Good
Hey,
evening.
Andy.
Andy,
Gav. Oh, go on, Ruby.
Gav was asking if you would recommend the record power lathes over the Stratus or Axminster.
Right. I would probably recommend Record Herald over the Axminster 406 or the Stratos, same size. I think mainly because it's cheaper and it'll do the same job.
Yeah, I own one of the Heralds, and it does work very well. I've used the Stratus and I've used the Axminster, and to be honest with you, all three are very good lathes.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Axminster. Well, they changed the name to the 406. It used to be the 1628. That's the lathe that I've got, and it's a grand lathe. And the Stratos of the same size, I can't remember which model it is a good lathe as well. But I think for the money, the Herald, I would say is for the money, the Herald is the best of the three.
It's a fine lathe, yeah. You see on this top edge that that flat area is fairly even all the way around. It's not exactly, but it's fairly close. But I've got big flats down here. I'm going to undercut and try to get that a little closer so that it's not so prominent.
Now
So I'll undercut.
you've checked your depth. Make sure you can do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I've checked my depth. Can I do it? We'll see.
And Sheila says that she bought the Herald too, and it's great. One feature on it that I really like is the way the headstock can turn, so that if you're hollowing something, it takes pressure off your lower back.
Yep, I mean there is that. I mean the 406, the headstock turns. I think on the Stratos, the headstock turns as well. But overall, I think it's got a little bit of a smaller footprint, and it'll do exactly the same job as what the Axminster will, and what the Stratos will. I mean, I've seen Jamie turn a 22-inch platter blank on the Herald.
Yeah. Well, what I
Seems
like
like I remember that big platter. That was a cool turning.
what I like about the Herald is I can pack it up and with a little help, get it into my van to take to the show with me for demonstrations. And Jamie's blushing right now.
Yeah, right. I've never seen Jamie blush over anything.
He's probably sitting back polishing his fingernails on his shirt, saying, "Yep, I did that."
No, he's actually, he said a bit earlier on, he's got turning envy. I think because of his shoulder, he hasn't done any proper turning in 3 months. He's
Oh,
been living on built-up videos.
oh,
'Cause
he's going through severe withdrawal.
yeah, I mean, what Jamie tends to do when he's turning, a lot that he'll shoot maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 videos a day, and then spend a lot of time editing them, so he can have a build up of videos to put out every Monday.
That's not a bad way to go. Use a white pencil and kind of mark these areas, so I don't have to keep stopping quite as often. If I can actually see them, we'll see.
And Lucy asked how Jamie's shoulder is, and he's saying it's bad, really bad. And he's also put in that everything is pointing to surgery at the moment.
Okay.
Well, Jimmy, I hope they get it done quick, not like your bloody ankle.
Yeah.
Jamie, you might want to try getting a Thai deep muscle massage. You might be surprised how much it can help. I got one on my legs for my sciatica, which became unbearable. And he also massaged higher up into my shoulder, and I was surprised how it took the pain up there away that's been building up.
Now, Mike is asking, what kind make of pencil is that? I would recommend, sorry about that. I don't know what Doug's using, but if you get a tailor's pencil, tailor's pencils tend to be white.
Well, you can also get pencils made for marking on metal.
Yep.
And those are the ones that I use. You can use just a white pencil crayon.
I'll tell you what this is in a minute. But for dark woods, that's the way to go instead of a black pencil.
Yeah, I was going to say they don't work real well on light woods. You want a darker color there.
Yeah, and Lucy said to me that she was just thinking of tailor's chalk.
You can't see it. It says General's Pastel Chalk, white, 4414.
Generals.
Pastel Chalk.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I got that at a Michael's, either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Back in their artist section. I am almost there.
Yeah, for those of you in the UK, the range was mentioned earlier on.
There you go.
For those of you in the UK who don't have a specialised artist shop in the area, try the range.
Yeah, their range is very similar to our Michaels.
Yeah, the range, for those of you that don't know, was opened by a guy from the southwest of England. I'm not very sure where, who started off with a market stall and then built his business from a market stall.
And Jamie says he uses a Grout marker pen.
All right, okay. What a grout marker pen does is when you don't clean your grout properly, you can just go into the grout with a grout marker pen and make it white again.
Let's see. Change cameras. There we go. Now, that's a messed up geometric thing.
That is really cool, Doug.
Yeah, I like that.
corners. 6 corners, round in the middle, round on the inside, and on the bottom. But it definitely has 6 corners, and those babies will still bite. And I didn't get them perfect, but I got that much better off than it was. See, that side we're even digging in here, still a little flat. A little bit of sanding will clean all this rough stuff up, a little hand sanding. And unless you get a absolutely perfect cube to begin with, you're going to have some of those issues, some
Yeah.
unevenness. Um, this was a long stick that was sitting there waiting for me to get to, and I asked one of the guys at the store. I said, "Can you take that in the back and chop this into equal sections?" And that's what they did. So it's close. It's out by an eighth or 3/16, something like that, from being cubed. But a little sand, like that little spot right there, little tear out, little hand sanding will take that right off without any problem. Same on the inside. I'll use my drill and power sand that, but I'll hold it. I'll be holding it with one hand and with the drill on the other side. I do have to take off the tenon yet.
Now, the question that's going to come up is how are you going to hold it to take the tenon off?
Probably with my hands, and I'll do it on the disc sander. Unless I can grab it. Let me see. I may be able to
Well,
grab
if
it.
you have a small vacuum chuck, you could use that.
There we go. That's how I'll do it, just like that. In fact, get rid of that.
Right.
Pick
Please
up my.
make sure that's held properly, Doug.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I just broke one of the wings off. How you like that?
No,
Now,
we didn't.
Jamie's just said on the plus side of having a bad shoulder and not being able to move his arm, he's lost loads of weight because he can't open the fridge.
Other hand, Jamie. Other hand. Stand back out of the way. Turn it down just a wee bit.
Put your face shield down.
Yep, absolutely. And just to keep with the theme of the day, we'll stay with the carbides. And that's going to be too high for that one. So, as in the words of a famous Turner practice piece,
And Mike points out that form would work well for stacking boxes.
And Jamie has said his other arm is there to stop Vicky getting there before he does.
at least there is a benefit to having a bad arm. May not be a good benefit, but well, the benefit's good, but not good that you have to deal with that.
Just get your mother to make pies all the time, Jamie.
There you go.
Yeah, and the last time I was at Harrogate, he was supposed to bring me one, and I never got one.
Oh, that was probably still in the car. I got one, if not two. And Jamie saying she's made loads today. That's probably getting ready for Harrogate.
I wish I was going to Harrogate, but unfortunately, I'm already signed up for this other show.
Oh, hang on.
The Hamilton show.
Jamie's just messaged me. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, my life. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 12, 16.
He sent you a picture.
22. Yeah, 22, 28, 28, 34. 34 individual steak pies.
Oh my.
Wow.
And I've got to say, they really are the best.
And he says there's 12 more in the oven when he took that picture.
Oh, right.
Heck, I'm coming over for supper. Just talking about them's making me hungry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The bigger one, I've got to say, me being a bit of a greedy sod when it comes to pies, the bigger ones she makes are even better. Never mind the individual ones.
There we go. Tenon is off.
That
Nice.
looks great, Doug.
Just needs some sanding, all done by hand. I did knock that one wing off. I did
Yeah,
that
you
with
can
my hand, but it was
you can glue that back on again.
it's awful thin. This will go into Pete's fire pit because we can do better. We can do better. I'll get another piece and I'll get it perfectly cubed and work on that. And that it does come up to be an interesting design. You
Yes,
have
it
that
is.
sitting on your table and people are going to say, "Huh? How in the world?"
Now, Gav says that it would look good laid on its side. Yeah,
There we go. It's interesting. It's an interesting little piece. There we go. I like that. Get some walnut oil or even shellac. Excuse me.
Jamie's just said to me, "I'll sort out some overnight thermal shipping boxes with him."
well,
Hey,
good. He can ship me
if
one at the same
if you,
time.
Jamie, if you're serious about that, I would absolutely love it, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oh,
Now, Paul suggests add a lid and a finial.
you could definitely do that. There's the pie plate from when was that? Last week or week before?
Yep.
Still doesn't have finish on it, but it's complete. There we go. That can sit on there.
That's very nice, both of them.
Oh,
Hickory
cheers, Jamie,
and
you're a
walnut.
star.
Thanks, guys.
Can
Ron,
I just say that this has been a 50-minute demo on quite a complicated piece.
Yep.
it's with I'll say yes. Thank you, Wayne. With the carbides, it makes it a good bit easier, actually,
Yeah.
um, because you can take that round carbide, you just go in and you can start working your way back and forth, and then get down close to where you want. And you make some good with the grain cleaning cuts. However, because it's on the bias, what's with the grain?
Right.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
a burl or burr, however you want to say it. The grain goes everywhere. So what's with the grain? So anyway, but yes,
Yeah.
it's an interesting piece. It's one you got to be a little careful, keep your mind engaged in what you're doing, because if you don't, that's what happens. I won't give you a good close up. It's a pretty good gash. You see what you see is the bruise that's around the gash. It's rough.
Jamie has also said that he likes the cake stand as well.
Oh, thank you. The little table thing. It's a cake stand. It's for cakes. 9 or 10. What did I say that was? 11 inches, 11 and a half?
Lucy says it would also make a good pie stand.
Absolutely. It's just a hair shy of 12 inches. So it would take about 11 and a half inch cake or pie, as the case may be. Nice pecan pie or a derby pie. Oh my. Glad
Yeah,
I don't eat that stuff
Jamie's
anymore.
also said, did you get that that cut on the coronet?
No, it was a piece like this. One of those corners bit me, Jamie.
Yeah, but it was on the envoy that you did it though, wasn't it?
Yes, I was turning
Yeah.
on the envoy. Yes.
And
Yeah.
Todd says that your stand would make a nice table for Lucy.
Yeah, with a little bitty chair and just about the right height. What did I come up with? That's 7 inches from the bed up to the top of there, 7 inches. So that'd
That's
be
good.
about right for Lucy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she says she'd be able to lay right out on it.
Oh,
Lucy, not quite that short.
it's for those of you who came in a little later, I was talking earlier that I was turning Friday and Saturday right next to Ernie Conover. Some of you may remember that name. Ernie designed a shop-built lathe that was very popular and a very good lathe at that. Um, and there's still a lot of people using a Conover lathe, so that
Yeah,
was
that was
quite
back
the
in the day,
thrill.
wasn't it?
It really was. I've got his book. I would pull it out and show you, but it's in the bottom of the crate that has all my wood and finishes and this and that and the other in there, and I didn't take the time to dig it out. So maybe next week I'll remember to have that out so I can show you. And it's autographed. He autographed it for me, so
Oh,
I'm
good.
tickled to death to have that. I will gingerly read through it and then put it on the shelf with my rogues gallery, um, and that's where it will live for the rest of its days. Unless my son decides to go ahead and take up turning. He said last time I talked to him about it, he said, "Yeah, maybe one day." Right now, it's too old man for him, so we'll
Okay.
see.
Too
We'll
old.
see.
Oh, see that's really important because there are a hell of a lot of very, very good young turners out there.
You're not kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
think of
fact, I got the honor of meeting a young turner of 15 who's only about 6'6".
wow.
Tom, I believe it's Morris, and he's one heck of a turner, I have to say.
Yeah. Then there's the likes of folks like Oliver Gomez and um, who
Yeah,
his
and
work amazes me as well.
oh, I'm forgetting his surname now, but there's a young guy across here called Nathaniel, who is working very closely with Chestnut Products now,
Ah,
and
okay.
also Katie Armstrong as well,
Yes.
who ended up being the youngest professional wood turner in the UK,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that title used to belong to Simon Hope.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did not realize that. Yeah, Katie's quite the turner. I haven't seen a lot of her work, but I've seen a few pieces that are quite nice.
Yeah, and Jamie said, and that JP woodwork is awesome too. So he's heard.
Okay.
Yeah, Nathaniel. Yeah, Gav said he is said it's Nathaniel Griffiths. He also won a TV program, um,
Ah,
a woodworking TV program. You know, competition type program.
very good. Very good. That I think that would be cool. That would be cool. I think that would go over here in the US, but it'd be a niche market, I'm afraid. But there's more and more turners. I'm finding out there's lots of guys out there and ladies who are turning and doing some good work. Um, that number's growing all the time, so that's a good thing. Good
Yes, it
thing.
is.
All right. Well, golly, we're still not as shy as my clock says. Oh, my clock is way. Oh, it's battery's dead. That's why. It says 20 to 7, and
Yeah, you find
the
it,
second hand goes.
it'll be right twice a day. You find.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll be right here in a little bit. I'll go get a new battery for it and stick it in there, and we'll be going again. Golly, that battery's been in there it's been in there a little while since I made the clock. However long that's been, it's been 2 years, 2.5 years, right here on YouTube. Anyway, it's going on 4. It's a minute till, folks. It's been a lot of fun. I do want to do this. I want to perfect this little idea. It's a pretty neat piece. Um, I was getting it finished up the other day, and Ernie looks over and says, "That is cool,"
Yeah,
which
I,
gave me the
I
idea.
agree, it is.
That gave me the idea. If Ernie Conover puts his stamp of approval, you guys might like to see it on a live. So that's why we're doing that today. And I'll perfect it a little better. Get a better cube. Work out my techniques just a little bit so we get some nice smooth lines, and and well, see the one that broke off is really really thin, and that's the thickest. No, it's not either. It's the second thickest of the bunch on this little line right here that I was working on, the undercut line. Anyway, we're there. We're there. It's fun. And Ruby, I'm nowhere near going through the bottom of that. So
All right, you just know I'm super cautious on that.
yeah, and I am too when it comes to something like that. I hate to get through it or get it right at the end and go through it. To break a wing off, that's understandable, especially when it wasn't a perfect cube to begin with. So anyway, I'll work on getting a perfect cube. Um, it may even go to a better piece of wood. Walnut's good, but it's for hardwood. It's a softer hardwood. But I love it. I love it. So with that, I'm going to say good night, everybody. You
And
guys,
Yeah,
let
we,
me see. I could bring you guys in too, couldn't I? Do do do. There we go. There's everybody. So
we'll
good
wish you
night,
good
everybody.
night too.
yep, and it's good night from them, and it's good night from me.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week, if not before. And if you can, go ahead and spin them around.
Yes.